Hi, my name is Lex and I'm the current ICZ president. To start, I would like to welcome you to our very first webinar series. I believe that we have a lot of great presentations coming up during the course of this week, so I would definitely encourage you to keep a good eye on our program and make sure you won't have to miss anything. All the presentations will go live on both this YouTube channel as well as on our Facebook page on the times that you find in the program, but they will also stay available afterwards. So if you don't have time to watch them live, or it's in the middle of the night for you, don't worry, you can always watch them back. And for everybody that's watching live, I would like to wish you a wonderful International Zookeeper Day on behalf of our whole ICZ team. So let me tell you a little bit more about what the International Congress of Zookeepers is and what we do. I hope this little map here gives you a good overview of what exactly we are. All those logos you see are separate regional zookeeping associations, and the ICZ is basically all those different associations around the world working together and joining their forces. It started back in 2000 when 7 of these associations came together and discussed the need to connect keepers worldwide. The first goal they had back then was to organize an international congress for zookeepers. I think this is still what we're probably best known for, but over the years the ICZ started to do more and more. So in this presentation I just want to give you a little bit of an idea of what we do and how you can maybe benefit from what we're doing. Let me also just put our current vision on the screen, which is a global network of zookeepers contributing to the highest standard of professional animal care and the role of zoos today. As you can see, connecting those keepers around the globe is still very important to us, but this vision also leaves open a lot of space for us to do things beyond these congresses. I would also just like to take this chance to thank our amazing ICZ team who put a lot of time and energy in everything we do to help us reach our goals. They're all volunteers, by the way, and it's because of them that we can do things like this webinar series. So thank you guys. So let's talk about what we do. Like I said before, we're probably best known for the international congresses that we organize, which arguably is also the most important thing we do. The first congress was already held back in 2003 here in the Netherlands, where I am at the moment. And since then, we have organized a congress every 3 years. So by now we have been in 6 different countries, 5 continents. We have had close to 1,500 delegates that came from 40 different countries around the world. So I really believe this has played a huge role in connecting keepers worldwide. The group photo you see right there is from our last congress in 2018 in Argentina. And what made this one pretty special to me that it was not only our first congress in South America, but it was also the first one that was bilingual. So not just in English like the previous ones, but also in Spanish. So all the presentations and workshops, etc., everything was live translated from English to Spanish or the other way around, which helped us reach a whole new group of keepers, especially those of Latin America, which was really nice. As you might know, we had planned to organize a congress earlier this year in Wellington, New Zealand, which we unfortunately had to cancel due to COVID-19 and everything that came with it. But I have some very exciting news to tell you. We are planning already our next congress next year. We don't go to New Zealand since traveling there would probably be still problematic for a lot of people. But we did find another great location, Barcelona Zoo in Spain. And get your calendars ready because I also already have the dates for you. It will be from 3 to 7 October 2022. And because of the success of the 2018 Congress, this Congress will also be bilingual in both English and Spanish. Right now this is kind of the only information that we can share with you, but I'm really looking forward to seeing you all in real life again. Something else I wanted to talk to you about is International Zookeeper Day, which is celebrated every year on the 4th of October. And this is also an initiative that came from the ICZ and started in 2015. The goal of this day is to raise awareness of the important role of zookeepers in animal welfare and in wildlife conservation. I'm personally lucky that I'm from a part of the world where most people think I have an awesome job, which I do, but there's also a lot of places where zookeepers are kind of looked down on. And even in the places where this is not the case, like here, I think there's often little understanding among the general public of what our job is really about and how important our job is. So we want to take this day to raise awareness for the work we do and also to share our passion with other keepers. So I hope everybody has found a great way to celebrate this year's International Zookeeper Day. One more thing I wanted to mention about this day is that this initiative originally came from ICZ, the Zookeeper Association in Spain and Portugal, mostly because Barcelona Zoo has been celebrating their keepers on this day already since 1957. And if you wrote down those dates for the next year's Congress, you will notice that the 4th of October is in the middle of that week. So we will be celebrating next year's International Zookeeper Day all together with the staff of Barcelona Zoo, where it all started. There's a few more things that I would like to go over with you. Something else that is the result of our collaboration between the different associations is that we share a lot of resources to reach more keepers around the world. This goes from articles that we translate and share between the associations, for example from the magazine, but also whole books and stuff like that. One good example that I'm personally pretty proud of is the Daarbij Enrichment book, which was originally a Dutch book created by Stichting Daarbij, which over the years has been translated to Russian, English, Portuguese, Spanish, Vietnamese, and not yet on the photo, but it's also available in German right now, and we're actually working on a French and an Italian translation as well. Another thing we do is organize regional workshop. When there's no COVID, the steering committee normally meets up once every year somewhere around the world, and we normally try to include a workshop for keepers from that region. Over the years, we held or contributed to 8 different regional workshops, so they're different from the ICZ congresses. Then we have the scholarships that we provide to keepers that otherwise won't be able to afford to join one of our ICZ congresses, so they can come and they can share their knowledge and their experiences with us, and hopefully also bring something back to their zoo. So over the different congresses, we have sponsored 31 scholarships from keepers from 16 different countries, which again really helped to connect to as many keepers as possible and as diverse as possible as well. And we have also helped the development of a few regional associations, mostly by providing advice and mentoring. And last but not least, I want to tell you a little bit about some of the conservation work we do. We mostly focus on encouraging keepers to get involved into conservation projects. We believe keepers often have a lot of special skills and knowledge that conservation projects can really benefit from, especially those with animals on site. One way we do this is by sharing information about a lot of these different projects, for example on our website and in our newsletter. But we have also collected a list of projects where we know of a keeper that is involved or has been involved. So if you want to know more about a certain project and how it is to work there, to volunteer there, we can maybe get you in contact with a keeper at that project. We call this project the Conservation Database, and this will be available on our website pretty soon, probably in the next few weeks. So definitely keep an eye out for that as well. And I of course should not forget to mention that we have a keeper conservation grant. This is a grant of $1,000 that we have been providing every year since 2015 to a conservation project that we felt could put this money to best use. The call for applications for this grant is already actually out, and it will close at the end of the year. So if you have a good goal in mind, definitely make sure to apply. Then there rests me nothing more than to thank you for your attention. If you want to know more about the ICZ, I will link our website, our free newsletter and our social media accounts in the description, as well as the program for the rest of this event, so be sure to check it out. And once again, for everybody watching this live on the 4th of October,